Welcome to ATG Sports Plus, where the adrenaline never stops and every story is a headline. I am Ashley Walker.
And I am Jessica Kiko. Topping our list, Candy Tomorrow took the flag at the Liechtenstein Grand Prix, leaving the competition in a cloud of dust.
Then, get ready for the rumble as the GWFC 23 fight card announcement is set to drop. It's the news every fight fan has been waiting for.
Zach Haiku here, and on the cycling circuit, Eli Bennett outpaced the pack, taking the flag, and this week's SL Cycling Federation Paris race with undeniable prowess.
Strap in, sports fans. ATG Sports Plus starts now, bringing you the pulse of the competition from around the globe.
Excitement was in the air at the Spirit Racing League's Indy Pro Series at Guapardo Speedway, where Morticia Velota took the victory under the lights on Monday night.
That's right, Jessica. Kathleen Spitfire zoomed into second place with Romeo Highwater rounding out the podium in third. A thrilling race from start to finish.
Moving on to the SRL Indy Pro Series at Arcadia Bay Road Circuit on Monday. Velota dominated again with Kathleen Spitfire in second and Jesus Crisp grabbing third.
Yeah, and Virginia Woolf, Romeo Highwater, and Taylor Arella rounded out the top six. Morticia also snagged the fastest lap. And speaking of thrilling, the overall standings for the season are heating up. Taylor Arella is currently leading the pack with 270 points, but Kathleen Spitfire is hot on his heels with 255 points.
Romeo Highwater isn't far behind in third place with 243 points. It's anyone's championship at this point.
Hey Jessica, did you catch the SRL Premier Series at Speedring on Saturday night?
Absolutely, Zach. What a race. Morticia Velota clinched the win. Taylor Arello in second and Romeo Highwater secured third.
Impressive lineup. Chris Kertow, Becky Aker, and Goddess Resident rounded out the top six. Did you catch the rookie Rachel making waves?
Oh, for sure. And did you see Romeo start from the pole and Chris nail the fastest lap? Rachel's our rookie of the race.
Exciting stuff. Next up is the SRL Premier Stocks at Shell Memorial. Jesus Crisp took the win, followed by Morticia Velota and Kathleen Spicy.
A podium finish for Spicy. And what about Valky Rain, Rachel Grace, and Mason Rainier rounding up the top six?
Oh, absolutely, Jessica. Romeo started from the pole again, and Jesus Crisp had the fastest lap. Rookie of the race goes to Rachel this time.
Now let's check out the standings. Morticia Velota leads with 260 points, followed closely by Kathleen Spitfire with 256. Romeo Highwater sixth and third with 247 championship points.
Becky Aker, Rachel Dallas, and Taylor Arello make up for the top six. It's getting intense.
Definitely, Zach. And don't forget to mark your calendars, folks. Next week, the Indy Pro Series will be at Whiskey Runner.
That's right, Jessica. 3 thrilling races, and we can't wait for more action on the track.
Switching gears to the Tuesday Trucking Series, the competition was fierce. Rachel Grace took the win in race 1, with Taylor Arello and Kathleen Spicy close behind.
And in race 2, Becky Aker showed her skills by taking the top spot. Followed by Mason Rainier and Gypsy Karma, the track was alive with competition.
Next week's calendar is packed with action. We've got the SRL Indy Pine 400 at Two Pine Speedway, Ratliff, the thrilling SRL MD, and not to forget the SRL Super Trucks.
And for those who love a bit of dirt, Thursday's Dirt Late Models should not be missed.
With every race, the stakes get higher and the racing more intense. It's a fantastic season for the Spirit Racing League.
Absolutely, Jessica. Each event brings its own set of challenges and highlights. We can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Fasten your seatbelts, racing fans. We've got the latest from Moose Grand Prix in Canada. Taking the top spot is Little Bear, who raced to victory for La Honda, clocking the fastest lap at 23.072 seconds.
Absolutely, Ashley. Following up, Pasta Lopez from Herceria Racing claimed second place, just over 3 seconds adrift, and Valky Skylaker from Carmona GP1 took the third step on the podium with the best lap of 22.980 seconds.
Tension was high at the Ehrenhaus track for the 2024A Liechtenstein Grand Prix, and we've got all the details. Qualifiers were as tight as ever.
In Q1, Valky Skylaker led with a time of 32.063 seconds, followed closely by Little Bear and Emmy Blueberry. But it was Candy Tomorrow who took the top spot in Q2.
Valky Skylaker wasn't letting up, though. They came back strong in Q3 with an impressive 31.742 seconds to claim pole position.
However, the race had its fair share of drama. Skylaker's jump start led to a penalty, and Little Bear's power unit gave out on lap 14, unfortunately leading to a DNF.
That opened the door for Candy Tomorrow, who took full advantage and clinched the win. Emmy Blueberry followed in second, with Cameron Finesmith rounding out the top three.
And let's talk standings. In the Constructors' Championship, Carmona GP1 is leading, but Hersaria Racing moved up thanks to Tomorrow's win, and La Onda is just behind them.
For the drivers, it's a thrilling chase. Valky Skylaker is still at the front, but Candy Tomorrow is narrowing the gap, especially with that win here.
And we can't overlook Evely stepping in for Kira Restrepo and already showing promise with a top finish at Moose and points here at Herrenhaus.
It's a midway mark in the season, and the stakes are high. 6 races down, 6 more showdowns to go. Stay with us as the grid lines up again for the next Grand Prix.
And the drama continues off track as well, with La Onda's future in doubt after inner turmoil and the abrupt departure of Sal Markov. Little Bear steps into the void, but can he steer the team back on track?
We'll keep an eye on that, Jessica. And for our GT Super Series fans, Sun Beach Street Circuit has just witnessed a spectacular round 3 of the Super Series, where the drivers conquered 7 demanding turns.
And what a round it was, Ashley. Pasta Lopez from Hersaria Racing took the top spot in the Spirit Racing, clinching the win with a best lap of 33.811 seconds. Asdrea Evergarden followed closely for second, and Luke Carmona secured third.
In the Enduro race, it was victory for Jesus Crisp with a stunning best lap of 33.741 seconds. Luke Carmona again in the mix, nabbing second place, and Asdrea Evergarden completing the top 3.
And at Mango K was no exception. Let's break down what happened, Jessica.
Right, Zach. In round 4 at Mango K, the track boasted 11 turns and saw Eli Bennett setting a new race lap record.
The starting lineup was a tight field with Eli Bennett leading, followed by Jesus Crisp and Pasta Lopez rounding out the top 3.
The sprint results had Eli Bennett showing his dominance with a win, but Luke Carmona was close behind, setting the best lap of the race.
In the Enduro, Candy Tomorrow took the top step with Eli Bennett again in the mix, followed by Pasta Lopez, who claimed the best lap with a time of 31.1017.
And the point standings after 8 races have Luke Carmona at the pinnacle with 217 points, with Asdrea Evergarden and Pasta Lopez not far off.
And with the next races on the horizon, the GT Super Series is only heating up. Stay tuned for more high-speed action.
Equestrian enthusiasts, gather round. We've got a busy week ahead at Second Life's most prestigious riding centers, starting with Blue Ridge Equestrian Center's Beginners Western at 10 a.m. sharp this Sunday.
That's right, Jessica. And if Western's not your style, Belisaria Riding Club has something for everyone at 1 p.m. Then, for those looking to refine their dressage, Evergarden offers an intro at 3 p.m., promising to elevate your skills.
Don't forget Briarwood's Hunter Jumping with Joss at 4 p.m., ideal for those keen on learning the essence of showring hunters. And Blue Ridge wraps up the day with another Beginners Western session at 6 p.m. for any latecomers.
As we trot into Monday, Briarwood's got the advanced riders covered with Hunter Jumping at 9 a.m., while Raven Hollow's Riding Club takes a more scenic route with a trail ride at 11 a.m.
Minerva will be at Briarwood at noon for beginners dressage, followed by Raven Hollow's beginners class at 1 p.m. Then it's back to Briarwood for basic Western riding with Andy at 5 p.m.
And Little Shire's not to be outdone, offering a Western class at 6 p.m. to hone in those reining and pinning skills. The week continues with Briarwood's advanced dressage at 10 a.m. Tuesday, perfect for those looking to compete.
Maple Leaf follows with beginner dressage at 11:45 a.m. and advanced at 1 p.m. Evergarden jumps back in at 3:30 p.m. with show jumping, and Raven Hollow rounds out the day with another trail ride at 5 p.m.
On Wednesday, Briarwood showcases show jumping twice at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., while Maple Leaf caters to beginners in horseback riding at 1 p.m.
Evergarden's back with Hunters in Equitation at 3:30 p.m. and Lil Shire speeds things up with a racing class at 6 p.m. Thursday, Cinder's pop-up events kick off at noon.
And Raven Hollow's got jumping class at 1 p.m. Maple Leaf goes Western at 2 p.m. and Little Shire's beginner riding class starts at 3 p.m. Evergarden then offers group practice at 5 p.m.
Friday, Briarwood presents showmanship at 11 a.m., while Maple Leaf's show jumping at noon will challenge the intermediate to advanced riders.
And don't miss Raven Hollow's novice dressage quadrille class at 1 p.m. or Little Shire's dressage class at 3 p.m. Rosehaven Riders then takes you into a fantasy world at 4 p.m.
Finally, Saturday starts with Evergarden's Hunters in Equitation at 10 a.m., followed by Raven Hollow's Trail Ride at 11 a.m. Maple Leaf offers a fun time at 1 p.m., then another beginner's class at 4 p.m.
Ooh, what a lineup! Riders, make sure you have your mithril systems ready and we'll see you in the saddle. Cast your reels, fishing fans. We've got the latest from N0 fishing game competitions, where the Gimli Fishing Club is boasting a total catch weight of 177.42 pounds and is still anyone's game as the competition remains open.
Not far behind, squid catches are tipping the scales at 102.97 pounds. And over at the World Fair event on March 3rd, the total weight hit a notable 153.7 pounds.
In the running totals, Steven Sahara is reeling in the lead with an impressive 296.74 pounds, with Beme Resident in second place at 218.14 pounds, and Jasmine Gabe holding up third with 192.33 pounds.
And talk about big catches, Steven Sahara caught a whopper of a halibut in Mexico Sonora, weighing in at 56.81 pounds on March 3rd. Paige Adams isn't far behind with a 44.06 pound swordfish from Reacher Trails.
JC Kale also made a splash with a 37.34 pound squid from Dreadnought. In the stringer category, Sweet Vixen 83 Resident has the top total with an impressive count of 5. Now,
Dive into the weekly featured species tournament where the spotlight is on squid. JC Kale leads with a 37.34 pound catch. Rachel Resident follows with 27.57 pounds. And Just for Strat Resident nets third with 18.15 pounds.
A big week in fishing, Jessica, with 3 major competitions and some eye-catching results across the board.
Absolutely, Zach. Let's kick things off with the Gimli FC, where the total catch weighed in at an impressive 151.58 pounds. The competition remains open for challengers.
Moving on to the salmon race, participants reeled in a total of 34.42 pounds. It's another open competition, so still plenty of opportunities here.
And the big one, Sunday at the Village, locked in with a massive total weight of 682.52 pounds, a real showcase of skill from our participants.
Now let's dive into the top anglers making waves in the championship. Leading the pack, Dan Incognito with a total weight of 240.4 pounds.
Hot on his heels, Basim Soulstar at 206.63 pounds. And not far behind, Lottie 2204 Resident with 203.78 pounds, a tight race at the top.
Now, the highlight of the week, the NO Whopper had Mr. 349 Dreadlow catching a 41.83 pound shark in Immortal Outlaws, clinching first place.
Ryman 37 Resident wasn't far behind with a 39.68 pound salmon from the Blake Sea Brigantine, and Lottie 2204 Resident landed a 37 pound tuna in Belia, all caught on March 10th.
Over in the stringer competition, it was a close one. Phoebe Cham took the top spot with a stringer weighing 4.98 pounds, closely followed by Alyssa Spicy at 4.96 pounds.
And don't forget the weekly featured species tournament, this week featuring salmon. Ryman 37 Resident leads with a catch of 39.68 pounds.
Sweet Vixen Resident and Opt Again Mysterious weren't far off, with catches weighing 27.66 pounds and 26.82 pounds, respectively.
Plenty of fish still in the sea, and with the competition heating up, it's a fantastic time to be on the water. Stay tuned for more updates.
Fight fans, get ready for a Sunday showdown. March 3rd is a big day for GWFC 23, starting with a press conference at 2 p.m. Second Life time.
That's right, Jessica. The air is electric with anticipation as fans await the first official announcement of the GWFC 23 fight card. It's the kind of day that everyone on the edge of their seats.
And the excitement doesn't stop there. Following the press frenzy, it's time to get down and dirty with Welcome to the Jungle tournament. Fighters skilled in the ACPBS boxing system will duke it out for cash and the coveted GWFC Streets chain.
So, Warriors of the Ring, if you want your shot at glory, you need to swing by the MGM Grand Arena before the press conference kicks off and sign up.
With the stakes sky high, Sunday is set to be a spectacle of strength and skill. Don't miss it.
The KBCL Arena is set for a showdown this Saturday, March 16th, Jessica. It's the Redemptions, and boxing fans are in for a treat at 3:30 p.m.
That's right, Zach. The main event has Titus Karen defending his KBCL Men's World Championship against Tassili Najer. It's a perfect blend of speed versus power in the ring.
In the co-main event, the KBCL Women's World Championship is on the line. Mia Ratburn is up against Ilaria Ili Monzon, two unstoppable forces ready to clash.
Don't miss the women's international belt match either, Zach. Laurie Sweet Cheeks Atravita takes on Starwhite Tiger Orion. It's a matchup where precision and power will collide.
And for the men's international belt, it's a battle of the titans with Stunna K2's knockouts going head-to-head with Tazo Noriega's tenacity. Expect nothing less than an all-out war.
Halftime is just as exciting with the Divine Dancer set to dazzle, a perfect interlude to the boxing spectacle.
KBCL Arena will be the heart of the action. Make sure to be there when the first bell rings. It's going to be a night of non-stop, heart-pounding boxing action.
Wrestling enthusiasts, get ready for a high-impact week in Second Life Wrestling kicking off this Sunday.
That's right, Ashley. At 10 a.m. Second Life time, the action begins with OAW Ascension at Taquita Bay, where the best of the best will climb the ranks.
Follow that with Rise at Rise Arena at 2 p.m. SLT, and then it's time for VWE Sunday Night Endurance at Capital City Arena at 3 p.m. SLT, where stamina meets spectacle.
And as the sun sets, Honor Pro Wrestling presents Oblivion at 5 p.m. Second Life time at Percade, followed by UFW Frontline at 7 p.m. Second Life time at Furzona, closing out a Sunday packed with powerbombs and pinfalls.
Don't miss Monday's Matt Mayhem, starting with Premier Wrestling Attitude at 1 p.m. SLT at Lionheart Arena. Then UFW Unbroken at 5 p.m. SLT back at Furzona.
FWF Blood will be spilling drama at Studio FWF at 7 p.m. Second Life time. Rounding out a manic Monday, then PCW's Battle Zone takes center stage at Blackburn Theater Tuesday at 3 p.m. Second Lifetime.
And Honor Pro keeps the momentum going with Wrestling Infinity at 2 p.m. SLT at Percade. Wednesday has Rise once again at Rise Arena at 1 p.m. SLT.
By the adrenaline will be pumping for DAW Amplify at DAW Melee Mall at 6 p.m. Second Lifetime. Then Friday, it's a triple threat of thrills, starting with Premier Wrestling Overload at Lionheart Arena at 1 p.m. Second Lifetime.
Slam Down at DCWF Slam City at 2 p.m. SLT in Little Italy. And VWE Friday Night Defiance at Capital City Arena at 6 p.m. SLT. UFW Nightfall will darken the ring at Frizona at 8 p.m. SLT.
Saturday brings us Premier Wrestling Unplugged at Unicorn Garden at 1 p.m. Second Lifetime, Elite Angel Wrestling at Sacred Island at 4 p.m. Second Lifetime, and WPWF Asylum takes flight at Sky High Arena at 6 p.m. Second Lifetime.
And for our finale, FCW Mayhem Night will shake the FCW Arena at 7 p.m. SLT. It's a week of high-flying, body-slamming, rope-shaking action you won't want to miss.
Hey there, grappling aficionados. We're bringing you the blow-by-blow from tonight's high-octane wrestling action.
That's right, Jessica. We've got recaps, the thrills, and all the showdowns from the squared circle. Tonight, we witnessed agility, power, and the sheer will to win as the titans of the ring clash in spectacular fashion.
So, buckle up, viewers. We're about to dive into a play-by-play of triumphs, upsets, and those unbelievable moments that left us all on the edge of our seats.
From the high-flying maneuvers to the devastating slams, we're here to unpack every detail. Let's get ready to recap.
Welcome back to the OEW Ascension recap. Quite the lineup this Sunday, March 3rd, with surprising twists and electrifying matchups.
Indeed, Zach. Let's start with Vinny Boombats, who unfortunately was a no-show, paving the way for Alex Camino to advance to the semifinals of the OEW Invitational Tournament.
And speaking of advancements, Broly Blackheart notched a victory against Stone, securing his spot in the semifinals as well.
There was also some tension outside the ring. Honey Potts and VP of Operations Tisa Pierce had a physical altercation that caught everyone's eye.
Adding to the drama, an not safe for work video surfaced showing Bannock Og in a rather compromising position with Gideon Ozul. This has led to Og facing a mystery opponent this week, handpicked by Gideon himself.
In another turn of events, Skillick's decisive victory was immediately followed by a challenge from the superstar BJ O'Hare, setting up a high-stakes match for this week.
Oh, that's right, Jessica. If Skillick wins, he's set for a world title match against Tank Ventura, but if he loses, he'll have to say goodbye to his iconic face paint, as per Superstar's demand.
And let's not overlook the women's division, where Sacrilege made an impressive debut by defeating Emma Gray.
Absolutely, and OEW Women's World Champion Karen Winter continued her dominance with a victory over Abigail Katsu, maintaining her stronghold on the title.
A packed Sunday with unexpected outcomes and thrilling confrontations. OEW Ascension truly delivered.
Sure did, Jessica. Can't wait to see how the upcoming matches unfold after such an eventful night. That's all for our OEW Ascension recap. Stay tuned for more updates. Let's dive into the electrifying night of action from DAW Amplified this past Thursday, Jessica, all the way from the DAW battlements in Area City.
Indeed, Zach. Season 2, Episode 5 was back with a bang after a week's delay, featuring some unforgettable matchups.
First up, we had Alexa taking on Nagendra in a mix that had everyone on the edge of their seats. The Otter pulled off a sneaky victory by getting Nagendra disqualified with a clever trick involving brass knuckles.
Then there was a tense moment off the ring as Red Umbra sent a chilling message to Nux ahead of their round 2 clash in the DAW Maximizer tournament, hinting at some deeper secrets and advising Nux to reconsider his quest.
In our second mix, Yasina was set to face Magnus, but in an unexpected turn, Magnus was a no-show due to being stuck in traffic, leading to Yasina's unconventional win.
Robbie Baker then hyped up the crowd with a bold challenge from Polaris, the android bear, to the DAW intensifier Falami, setting the stage for an epic showdown.
And what a main event it was, Jessica. Polaris showed unexpected resilience against Falami, taking the mix to 3 rounds. However, Falami's experience prevailed, securing a 2-0 victory.
A night full of action and drama, setting high expectations for the next episode scheduled for March 14th at 6 p.m. Second Life time at the DAW Melee Mall.
Absolutely, Jessica. If this episode was anything to go by, the next one is not to be missed. That wraps up our recap of DAW Amplify. Stay tuned for more thrilling updates. Exciting developments from Defiance on March 8th, 2024. Jessica, the arena was alive with the kickoff of the King and Queen of the Arena qualifier matches.
Right you are, Zach. We saw Brakeman Wilder advance in the King of the Arena tournament, with Lady Death and Brooke Owens moving forward in the Queen of the Arena tournament.
The action kicked off with Cody Howley facing off against a mystery opponent who turned out to be SMF. In a thrilling match, Cody Howley emerged victorious, advancing in the King of the Arena tournament.
Then, in a non-title match, Danny took on Alexa, showcasing incredible skill and determination. Danny came out on top, defeating Alexa.
The intensity didn't drop there. Maxwell Ryan and Ren Blackheart squared off, with Javier Azul in Blackheart's corner. Despite the support, Maxwell Ryan secured a win over Ren Blackheart.
And after the match, drama unfolded as Javier went to check on Ren, only for Maxwell to return and launch an attack on Javier. The tension is skyrocketing.
In the Queen of the Arena qualifier match, Yukitame Ryoku faced Samantha Foxy. Yukitame Ryoku proved too strong, defeating Samantha Foxy and advancing in the tournament.
But the highlight of the night was the VWE National Championship Steel Cage match between champion K-Pow and challenger Sam the Man. With an unexpected twist, World Heavyweight Champion James Gray interfered, costing K-Pow the title.
An absolutely brutal and fantastic match that saw Sam the Man triumph over K-Pow to become the new VWE National Champion. What a night at Defiance.
Absolutely, Zach. The road to the King and Queen of the Arena continues to heat up. Can't wait to see what happens next in the ring.
With all these developments, the anticipation for the next event is through the roof. Defiance never disappoints. That is it for our recap. Stay tuned for more action-packed updates.
Wrestling follows. We've just witnessed a thrilling lineup at WPWF Ascension. Kicking off the event, the underdogs Kimberly Smith and Joanne Steele showcased teamwork to defeat Andrea Dalka and Maya Araya.
Indeed, Jessica. Despite a promising start, Dalka and Araya couldn't hold off the underdogs, who sealed the deal with Barker Lou Driver. The drama escalated as Maya walked out, leaving Andrea to fend for herself.
Moving to the second match, Mazra Baxton soared above Carmelita Marcel and Karma Star, delivering a cosmic press finisher to claim victory in a high-flying triple threat.
The VWE's Women's Championship was on the line as Danny defended her title against the veteran Lily Martinez. A spear-turned handstand was a highlight, but Danny's finisher confirmed her championship reign.
And what a death we saw between Abigail Katsu and Rowan Whitesong, a no-holds-barred affair with barbed wire bats and a flaming kendo stick, but it was Abigail's fiery breath that clinched her win.
The Siren Rising Championship had Raya Kurihari and Soledad battling under the watchful eye of special guest referee Koi Kiori. Despite Soledad's efforts, a missed attack from Koi led to Raya's retention and the unmasking of Soledad.
In the tournament finals, Venna the Kraken Good Piuta outlasted Cassidy Sink Novella, Lady Death, and Katie MF Carter. Amidst chaos and exhaustion, Venna emerged victorious to claim the 4-way win.
Our main event didn't disappoint, with Samantha Foxy overcoming Rena Kadoya to become the last Siren standing and the new WPWF World Champion.
But the shocks didn't end there. Soledad, after a respectful handshake, blindsided Samantha with an inverted stomp facebreaker, leaving the crowd in disbelief.
What a night of ups, downs, and all-out action. WPWF Ascension continues to deliver unforgettable moments in the squared circle.
Welcome back to an electrifying recap of WPWF Asylum on March 9th, 2024. Jessica, the show kicked off with a moment that set the tone for the entire night.
That's right. Zach Hisatu with Chiyoko made a statement by handing Soledad's mask to her and a clear message from her loss at Riot. Rhea then shifted her focus to Venna the Kraken, leading to a surprising match setup between Koi and Venna.
In the opening match, Soledad took on Chihiro Fujioka, coming out on top. Post-match, Soledad didn't miss the chance to berate Samantha Foxy and called out Foxy Beth Ann, highlighting the importance of active competition for the tag titles.
Match 2 saw Lady Death facing off against Joanne Steele. Following their intense battle, Lady Death emerged victorious. The aftermath brought forward a challenge from Kimberly Smith and Joanne Steele to any team daring to face them for the WPWF Tag Team Championship.
That challenge didn't go unanswered, Jessica. Mirai Zaibatsu stepped up, setting the stage for a heated confrontation between them and the underdogs, with both teams eyeing a shot at the tag titles.
Match 3 had Venna the Kraken, Good Piuta, and Koi Kiori clashing, with Venna winning via disqualification. A showdown that added more fuel to the fiery rivalry within WPWF.
The main event was nothing short of spectacular, with Samantha Foxy defending her WPWF Women's World Championship against Rachel Doone. Samantha retained her title in what was a commendable match.
Post-match, Samantha delivered an impassioned speech thanking Rachel and issuing an open challenge for her title. Katie Carter was quick to respond, setting the stage for an intense showdown.
Samantha's call to defend her title with pride and her readiness to face all challengers head-on promises an exciting time ahead in WPWF.
With so many storylines unfolding and rivalries heating up, Zach, WPWF Ascension continues to deliver top-tier action and drama.
Oh, absolutely, Jessica. Can't wait to see how these challenges and matchups evolve. That's it for our recap of WPWF Ascension. Stay tuned for more updates.
Welcome to the recap of FCW Mayhem Night. We opened March with a bang as the arena was charged with excitement.
The opening match set the tone, Ashley. FCW's very own charming idol, Hannon, faced off against the fierce competitor, Alexa. It was a clash of wills from the get-go.
Absolutely. They were relentless, Jessica. Hannon's early leg drop looked promising, but Alexa's resilience was on display as she fought back, turning the tides with the head scissors escape.
And that suplex, Alexa's agility allowed her to dodge a lariat and secure a win. A stunning display of technique and quick thinking in the ring.
Then the main event, Bianca Cassidy versus Milia Gray. The chops were echoing, Jessica, as they traded blow for blow in the center of the ring.
Bianca's lariat looked like it was going to seal the deal, but out of nowhere, Yuriko blindsided her, a shocking development that's sure to stir up the FCW tag team scene.
That interference turned the tables, allowing Milia to pin Bianca for the victory. A tough break for Cassidy, but a cunning move for Gray.
It was a night full of surprises and stellar performances, with the wrestlers leaving it all in the ring. FCW Mayhem Night lived up to its name. And that wraps up another thrilling episode of Wrestling Recaps, where the drama in the ring is matched only by the passion of its fans. We've seen heroes rise, rivals clash, and champions crowned, all in the pursuit of wrestling supremacy.
Remember, in this world, Every match tells a story, and we're here to bring those stories to life, one recap at a time. Cycling enthusiasts, the SL Cycling Federation race on March 2nd was a spectacle of speed and strategy. Riders were put through their paces with 2 intense qualifiers leading up to the division races.
In qualifier 1, Morticia Velota pedaled her way to first place, with Alliance ATL Resident and Atomic Affinity rounding out the top 3. The competition was fierce, with Jakimo Resident and Hirasuki not far behind.
Qualifier 2 saw Misha Mermaid surge to victory, followed closely by Valkyrie Resident and Umbreon Viper, setting the stage for an electrifying Division 1 race.
In Division 2, it was Tron Udall who broke away from the pack to take the top spot. Isabella 6370 Resident and Baylana Resident claimed second and third, showcasing their endurance and speed.
Then, Division 1 took to the course with Misha Mermaid again claiming first. Demonstrating remarkable consistency and power, Morticia Velota secured second, with Umbreon Viper snapping at her heels in third.
And the fastest lap times of the week were nothing short of impressive. Morticia Velota topped the leaderboard with a blistering pace, closely followed by Umbreon Viper and Nanoi Resident, making their mark as the ones to watch in this season.
The Paris track was alive with competition this Saturday at 2 p.m. Second Life time.
Certainly was, Zach. With race director Umbreon Viper at the helm, we saw some fierce pedaling. In qualifier race 1, Morticia Velota took the lead, followed by Sharn Carlucci 7 Resident and Hare Robbie Resident clinching the top 3 spots.
And in qualifier race 2, Simple Jacket Resident dashed to the front with Mr. C Sparta and Eli Bennett Resident rounding out the leading trio.
The intensity carried over to the runner-up race where Jakimo Resident emerged first, with Evelyn 95 Resident and Umbreon Viper hot on their heels.
Then the final race had us on the edge of our seats. Eli Bennett Resident claimed first place, with Morticia Velota and Sharn Carlucci 7 Resident completing the top 3.
Switching gears to the fastest lap of the week, Misha Mermaid outpaced everyone with the quickest circuit time, followed by Geraldine Ashdean and Cathias Resident in second and third respectively.
Riders are pushing hard with the Short City TT trophies on the line on March 16th. They're all vying for that prestigious Short TT City saddle.
They've got until March 16th to shake up those times. The trophy saddles will be awarded for after the race, so the heat is definitely on.
Absolutely, and with the competition this fierce, it's anyone's guess who'll take home those saddles. That's your SL Cycling Federation update, folks.
The SL Cycling Federation's races continue to thrill, with riders pushing the limits of speed and stamina. Stay tuned for more high-octane cycling action.
And that's the final whistle on today's edition of ATG Sports Plus. We've raced through the latest in sports, bringing you the top plays, the pivotal moments, and the championships who made headlines. From the field to the track, the court to the rink, we've covered it all.
Thank you for joining us on this action-packed journey. Remember, the spirit of sports lives on long after the crowds have gone home. Keep cheering, keep playing, and keep dreaming. For ATG Sports Plus, I'm Ashley Walker.
I'm Zach Haiku.
And I'm Jessica Kiko. We'll see you next time where we'll bring you more from the thrilling world of sports. Until then, stay in the game and don't forget to keep the ball rolling in the virtual field.